If you're a woman over 40 and you have been exercising for months or maybe years by now, but no matter what you do, you cannot lose that belly fat, stay with me. Let me just tell you really quick, I know this is not lack of discipline and not. It is not your age. You're not old. And I know it's not like you haven't tried hard enough. In fact, that's the problem. Before you click away, hear me out, because nobody talks about this, but when we try way too hard, that causes a biological response, and the name for it is the cortisol trap. But before I explain the science, let me give you solutions, because as you know by now, I'm all about solutions and taking action. Starting tomorrow, I want you to do 3 things. The first one, it's going to be walking after your meals. Only 10 minutes. I'm not asking you to power walk. I'm not asking you to go outside. You can do it around your desk, your living room. It doesn't matter. Just walk for 10 minutes. This is going to help stabilize blood sugar. It also supports your metabolism and digestion. Number 2, let's replace the crazy intense workout for intentional control weight lifting 2 to 3 times a week. This way of lifting weights is going to change the way you see and you feel exercising. And there is a third strategy, but honestly, for you to understand why that is going to work, you need to listen to the science behind. So let's go for it. When women over 40 think about losing weight, we think that we have to eat less and work out more. By the way, that is what everyone tells us to do, so it's not your fault that it isn't working. I know you are doing that intense cardio, trying to burn the food that you ate. You're pushing through, you're trying to sweat more, and of course, burn what we ate over the weekend. And the sad part is that the only thing we get from that is frustration, because instead of losing belly fat, you feel more swollen, you feel bloated, more tired, more hungry, and more stuck. And then you are thinking, but what is wrong with me? Love, nothing is wrong with you. Your body is doing what's supposed to be doing and is protecting you. So here is what happens. Exercising is a stressor. I'm not saying that exercise is bad. Actually, stress is not always bad. We need some stress to get stronger. For example, when we lift weights, we are creating good stress on our muscles. And then when your body is working properly, it repairs that stress and makes your body stronger. And that is good stress. But when your body is under constant stress, from meetings back to back, family, lack of sleep, under eating. Yes, eating little is a stressor, and I made a video about that yesterday. Skipping meals, holding everything together for everyone else. Sometimes people pleasing or perfectionism. And then you add on top a hard workout. Your body is not reading that as you're trying to get healthier. Your body is reading that as another stressor, just like all the others I just mentioned. And here is when cortisol comes into place. When your body feels stressed out, it raises cortisol. And that crazy workout is raising your cortisol as well. And all this is just signaling your body one thing: emergency is coming. We need to get ready. And how we get ready? We hold on to fat. Now, cortisol is not like the full enemy. We need to have high cortisol in the morning to wake up and start our day. The problem is when the cortisol is chronically elevated. That is the problem. Why? Well, it increases cravings, sleep gets crappy, recovery gets harder, inflammation goes up, and belly fat becomes more and more stubborn, especially after 40. Because progesterone and estrogen start declining. I also record a full video about that, so if you want, go and watch it. Now, before you try to argue with me and tell me I knew was my age, well, no, it is not. Yes, hormones play a role here, but the real problem here, love, is the years of high stress, which equals chronically elevated cortisol, which equals your body feeling in a constant state of emergency, which equals survival mode. Are you seeing where I'm getting with this? So if you're trying to lose weight by adding more stress to a body that is already stressed, it's kind of like trying to put out a fire by adding gasoline. It's never going to happen. And I know this because I was you. I was the woman waking up at 4 in the morning, doing 1 hour of crazy cardio, and then high intensity weights for another hour. And the only thing I was getting was frustration because results, none. I was constantly exhausted. And to be quite honest, I felt ugly. I felt like my body was fighting me. I remember waking up in the middle of the night thinking, if I'm doing everything right, why my body's not responding? What is wrong with me? And the truth is, I wasn't doing everything right. What I was doing is following the generic advice that everybody tells us. If you want to lose weight, you have to eat less and work out more. Until a specific doctor's appointment that just like was my turning point. I became obsessed with understanding my body, my biology. And what I discovered was amazing. My body wasn't broken. My body was just stuck in survival mode. And once I stopped fighting my body and I started working with it, everything changed. And now at 48, I feel and I look way better than I did in my 20s. Not because I found a better diet to restrict myself or I'm working out like a crazy person. It's because I stopped hating my body into weight loss and I start loving it into weight release. So pretty much I stopped fighting my biology and I start working with it. Love, I learned to signal my body's safety from every angle, and movement is one of the most powerful ones. So now that you understand the science behind, let me give you the third strategy to keep on supporting your body. When you walk after your meals, I want you to breathe, but intentionally. So we're going to inhale for 4, we're going to hold it for 2, and then exhale for 6 or 8. You can also do tapping, you can hum. Why are we going to integrate these simple tools to our walk? Because they all stimulate our vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is like the bridge, the connection between your brain and your organs. So it literally tells your brain, we are safe. We can get out of survival mode. It's not emergency. Just relax. Just release, let go. By adding these tools to our walk, we're making a powerful combination because we are signaling our nervous system to chill. This love works because it's not about burning calories, it's about signaling your body's safety. And I know you're super busy, so you're thinking, well, I'm gonna be walking and replying to emails. No, señorita. That's not giving the right message. It's just 10 minutes that you're going to take to yourself. So do it intentionally. Love, I'm going to tell you something that you may not want to hear. If you are not sleeping well, if you're skipping meals, if you're running on coffee, and your nervous system is in constant high alert, love, is no workout in this universe that is going to help you to lose that belly fat. Now, calming your nervous system and working in a partnership with your body will. And I know this may challenge everything that you have heard, and that's exactly why it works. And if you're scared of giving it a try, let me just ask you something, and I'm going to ask you this from love. If restricting yourself, so if eating less and working out more, truly worked, why are you watching this video? Love, I know you don't like discipline. I know you're not lazy. I know your body isn't broken. Your body is just responding to the messages that it's receiving. So let's change that conversation. Let's change the message. Let's stop the emergency message and let's send the safety one.